Yesterday, the Nigerian government, according to the news that was flying around social media, telling us that Buhari has demised. Buhari is no more. That they've lost him. And I want to put it to the Nigerian government straight that they know that Buhari did not just pass on. They all know that Buhari has been demised since 2017. Now, because of the case of our leader, Mazi, they are now coming out to tell you the simple truth and the real truth that Buhari is no more. Okay, this is what it takes. Now, the hospital where Buhari was treated until he passed on, they should put it out there in the public domain so that we that are here in abroad would go and do the investigation. Secondly, we've been watching the Nigerian state of their madness, their stupidity on trying to condition our leader, Prime Minister Simon Ekpá. But the condition is not going to be working because Prime Minister knows his right as a human, and they can never condition him not to fight for Biafra because the Nigerian government knows that the coming out of that man will be a total dissolution of Nigeria. And I want to tell the world that they should please end Nigeria to save life, end Tinubu in Nigeria to save life, join the movement of Biafra to, sustain lives. The country where you are, they are animals, they are criminals. These people are politicians without integrity. These are people who are eating up your future, your children's future. All they do is steal, unalive and, do evil. So please, we need to end Nigeria to save lives. Nigeria is not supposed to be a country. We have all stated that. We need to, as a matter of fact, tell nothing but the truth. The truth remains that we must end this contraction called Nigeria. But as for the death of Muhammadu Buhari, is a welcome development. And I'm telling you, I am so happy. Indeed, nobody is always happy when a president of a nation, dies. But in this case, we are happy because this is a man who ruthlessly dealt with the Igbos, who said the Igbos are dot in a circle. If they have finally bring him out to the public that Buhari is dead, because we know Buhari died in 2017. So all this trying to manipulate us will never work. So the truth is out there. I am in London to make sure that we dig out these evil lies that they have been telling our people. So we need to know the hospital where he died. We need to know what date and what time he died in that hospital because I'm going to do the investigation and bring it to Biafrans. We need to understand that Buhari didn't just die. Buhari has been dead long ago. And another one is this. Peter Obi should stop deceiving himself and should stop disgracing the Igbos. Nigeria president can never reach your hand, no matter what you do. Please stop disgracing us. I'm going to leave it at this, but just be rest assured that we're in the 25th century and we're going to find out when Buhari died. I will do the investigation and you must put it out there, the hospital, the time and the date. I will be in that hospital myself, no matter what it takes.
Today being the 12th of July of 2025, we have a lot of interesting and rather very surprising news and updates to share with you in this video briefing. Yes, Mr. Simon, sometime in the Pajami District Court, was questioned and asked about his Twitter page as an instrument in spreading propaganda in Nigeria. Yes, the Pajami District Court, through the prosecuting lawyer, asked Simon a very tricky question regarding his X or Twitter page. And the responses that came from Simon will definitely blow your mind. This is something you wouldn't want to miss at this particular point in time because Simon has schooled the Pajami District Court. Simon has schooled the prosecuting lawyer. And as we stand, things are looking very, very good for him in the Paijahame District Court. And like I said, these conversations were had some time back and not today. Today is a Saturday. We're moving on swiftly. We also have news and article coming from the country of Finland. But this time around, it's not connected with Simon. Yes, this is a different news about an individual that was unalived by a policeman in Helsinki regarding a particular matter that played out in that city. Well, in this video, I'll be giving you a full and detailed exposure and expose of every single thing that you need to know and understand. Well, we also have a news coming from the country of Canada. As we speak, the Canadian judge has called the whole of Nigerian police department as evil force. Nothing Musa no go see forget. Yes, the Canadian judge has outrightly called out the Nigerian police force. Why? Why is a judge domiciled in Canada calling out the Nigerian police force? In this video, I'll be giving you a full and detailed breakdown. We are moving on swiftly. A movie shot and directed by an Igbo man is set to break series of records in Nigeria. In this video, I'll be giving you full analysis of every single thing you need to know about this movie, the title of the movie, when this movie will be aired in cinemas, and how it's going to definitely break a lot of records in Nigeria. Well, in this video, we also have an update regarding the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, we received an update from the desk of traditional rulers in Nigeria, or a southeastern region of Nigeria. These guys came together and they have made a demand presented to Bola Tinubu. In this video, I'll be giving you a full revelation of every single thing had and discussions had about this particular matter. Well, an individual in Nigeria claims he has 1 million naira and he wants to start a business. Should we tell him? Well, an individual in Nigeria have 1 million naira and he wants to start a full-fledged, profitable business and is asking Nigerians to advise him on the business he should delve into. Well, in this video, I'll be giving you clarity on that particular topic. We also received a notification coming from the government of Ghana. Yes, these guys have done something that Nigerians government cannot do or will never do at this particular point in time. Yes, the government of Ghana has sent a decisive message to the president of the USA in regards of a particular policy that has been placed or implemented in Ghana. This is something you definitely have to see at this particular point in time, so stick around to find out. As we speak, the governor of Anambra State in the person of Charles Soludo, has done something remarkable in the state. He has kicked off a project that will go a long way, a project that will definitely help people of Anambra State, Imo State, and possibly Rivers State. The question is, what has the governor of Anambra State put off? Well, in this video, I'll be giving you a full and detailed clarity. Moving on swiftly, we received a news coming from India, where a father, unalived his daughter. Why? Why will a father unalive his daughter? This video will give you full details regarding that particular case. And lastly, we have a revelation coming from Aso Rock that will definitely put everybody on their toe. With all of that being said, let's kickstart this video with our very first update. As mentioned in the start of this video, a Canadian judge has called out the Nigerian police force and has labeled them as evil force. At the same time, this judge in Canada has denied a residence permit to an ex-corporal. Well, for clarity and for a better understanding, take a look at this news article coming from the People's Gazette. It states, Canadian judge calls Nigerian police evil force, denies permanent residency to ex-corporal. This article also went a step further to give us more clarity, where it states, Justice Vienne Roy of the Federal Court of Canada, Ottawa, denied Monday Ayengba Iriato, a former corporal of Nigeria Police Force, a permanent resident in Canada, on grounds of his association with the force, which he accused of being corrupt. Having been denied permanent residency by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, the IRCC, Mr. Iriato proceeded to court to seek judicial redress. The judge said the Nigerian police had a policy requirement for officers to a list of offences, as you can clearly see on your screen. Well, Mr. Iriato, as a member of the police force, was complicit in those crimes because he could not have been unaware of the repeated and systematic acts of violence and torture. The Canadian judge stated, wow, this is a massive one coming from Canada. I love the way and manner Canada has been dealing with top individuals in Nigeria. Yes, These guys have denied a permanent residency to a ex-corporal, an individual who served in the Nigerian police force. He left Nigeria and wants to travel to Canada and get a permanent residency. But as we speak, his application has been denied. This is a massive one, and kudos to the Canadian government and judicial system. Moving on swiftly, something played out in Helsinki a couple of hours back that we all need to see and understand. Yes, something played out in Helsinki that Dr. Ngozi Raboise has used as a key point to cite her examples. Well, showing right now on your screen is an article coming from Yale. Yale happens to be one of the biggest media outlets domiciled in the country of Finland. This article reads, police unalive a man in Helsinki. Anna Manilachi, who lives nearby, says unrest in the area has increased. But for clarity, take a look at this article still coming from Yale. It states, on Saturday morning, the police received a report of a man who was moving with a bladed weapon in the stairway of a house in Alparijo. When the police arrived at the scene, the man fled to the roof of the building. According to the police, the man did not obey the police's orders and began to approach the police with a knife, at which point the police used a taser. When that didn't stop the man either, the police used a gun and the man passed on immediately on that spot. And this happened today being a Saturday, a couple of hours back in Helsinki, the capital city of Finland. This is a breaking news, and as we speak, the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB movement has used this as a form of citation. Yes, she claims that the Finnish police are very brutal in their manner of approach. She also linked this whole situation to when Simon was arrested together with 4 other individuals in Finland, Lahti to be precise. She claimed that the Finnish police did not respect the fundamental human rights of the individuals arrested at that point in time. And now she used this incident to further portray her point about the human rights abuse in Finland. But what do we think of this whole situation? Well, in the Western world, if anybody is wielding any form of arm and you're approaching a policeman, the policeman has all the rights in this world, in that country, to unalive you at the spot. You don't approach a policeman with any form of arm. Yes, you don't. What you should do is obey and listen to their instructions. If you're asked to raise your hands up, you do that. If you're asked to kneel down, go on your knees, you do that. But approaching a police officer with any form of arm will lead to unaliving at that particular spot, which is legal in the Western world, unlike in Nigeria, which the case probably can be different. So in this particular case, the Finnish police here did what he was supposed to do based out of the law in their policing regulations. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at our next update, the next briefing we have for you in this video coverage. Yes, a man claims he has 1 million naira in his bank account as we speak, and this man plans on starting up a new business venture in Nigeria. So he's asking Nigerians to please advise him on the business he can kickstart with 1 million naira. Well, interestingly, a lot of Nigerians came up to give their own suggestions and drop their opinions. Some were very, very interesting in nature. Some was insultive, while some were a full-fledged sarcasm. Well, showing right now on your screen is a comment from a user known as Open Air. He states, selling gadgets is lucrative too. Try getting a Shaw plug in the computer village in your state. Take pictures of his gadgets, upload online and everywhere you can. Sell and make your gain. Save up your profits plus the 1 million you have now. Then when it amounts to something, you can start ordering in too and sell directly to your customers. This is a nice one. A different user states, silver extraction from waste products will fetch you more money. Well, the whole conversations went on and on. A lot of Nigerians were sarcastic in nature. They were like, 1 million cannot do anything for you at this particular point in time, while others were highly positive in nature. Well, just in case you at home have 1 million naira, you want to go into business, you want to invest it into a business. Showing right now on your screen are listings of business. You can definitely start with 1 million naira. Well, this is not a financial advice. This is just a personal opinion. Do well to screenshot this part of the video or pause this part of the video to read up and understand. Well, moving on swiftly, we have a quick update on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. As we speak, some Igbo leaders have written to the federal government of Nigeria regarding the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Well, showing right now on your screen is an article coming from Vanguard that will give you a full picture of the conversations had. It states, Igbo elders demand unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. The article also went a step further to give us full updates where it states, in a statement signed by Justice Alpha, who is the UNIEX Director General, and Professor Obasi Igwe, Director of Media and Publicity, the group announced the constitution of a 7-man delegation drawn from its 24-member National Advisory Council to pay a solidarity visit to Kanu at the Department of State Services Detention Facility in Abuja. The council, which described itself as an independent and non-sectarian body of Igbo elder statesmen, stated that its latest decision followed a plenary meeting held on the 5th of July of 2025 at Lal Voleva Hotel in Enugu State. The delegation is expected to visit Kanu on the 18th of July of 2025 and also be present at his next court appearance. This is a massive one coming from these Igbo leaders who are currently planning on visiting Simon on the day of his court hearing in Abuja. Well, this will go a long way in creating more awareness and drawing the attention of the federal government of Nigeria to grant this guy an unconditional release and setting him free in essence. Well, moving on swiftly, something played out in Anambra State, Nigeria. You have to definitely see at this particular point in time. Well, showing right now on your screen is this event that played out in Anambra just yesterday. It states a man cut off his arm and shanked his girlfriend over cheating allegations. Yes, this article gave us a full clarity, but I will explain. A man invited his girlfriend over to his house to have a good time with him. Yes, he invited his girlfriend, and when the girlfriend arrived at his place, they were having a good time. They had a good time. They ate, they drank, and possibly, based out of some unofficial reports, the man had some substance and he got really, really high. Yes, at the point of the whole conversation, at the point of this whole event, the man suspected that his girlfriend possibly was cheating on him, and the whole conversation escalated. I remember this guy was high, so out of highness, he cut off his arm and shanked his girlfriend, unfortunately. Well, we cannot show you videos and pictures from this incident because it's not fit and proper to be aired on a family channel like this one, but the videos are out there on the internet, but I highly doubt if you really want to watch this or see the videos at this particular point in time. Well, still talking about sad events and unfortunate incidents, something played out in India yesterday, being the 11th of July of 2025. Showing right now on your screen, it's an article coming from Indian Times. It states, father's insecurity and Instagram reels, what led to a tennis player Radhika Yadav's unaliving. Key details. Well, just in case you don't understand what is going on here, a man unalived his daughter because of the content she posted on her Instagram reels. Yes, a man has unalived his daughter because, one, he felt like his daughter was getting money from her profession. Yes, she was a professional tennis player. The man felt like she was making a lot of money, and at the same time, she was making a lot of videos on her Instagram reels, and that is why the man in question, decided to unalive his daughter as we speak. This man has been arrested by the Indian police and is going to face the full wrath of the law. Investigations are ongoing at this particular point in time because the police are still trying to ascertain the reasons behind that incident in the country. This is a sad one. Well, moving on swiftly. Enough of sad stories. Let's look at some good news coming out from the southeastern region of Nigeria. On the 29th of August of 2025, a movie that was written and shot by an Igbo man will be aired on cinemas and other streaming platforms in and around the country. Well, showing right now on your screen is the thumbnail of this movie, and this movie is titled The Serpent Gift. This movie was written and directed by a lady known as Winifred Nkiruka Mena. Showing right now on your screen is an article coming from Igbo History and Facts. It states, a new movie alert. Winifred Nkiruka Mene, Ajakpovi, and Kayode Kasum present a gripping new Nollywood mystery drama titled Serpent's Gift. This article also went a step further to give us full clarity about this movie and how it's going to become a blockbuster in the Nigerian's movie section. Well, you can pause this particular part of the video to read up and understand so you can get full info while we anticipate the release of this movie by the August 29th of this said year. Anyways, moving on swiftly, the government of Ghana has done something that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other African countries have been so scared on doing. in the past couple of months since Donald Trump became the president of the most powerful nation of the world. Yes, the government of Ghana has pulled up a magnificent feat to tackle all the travel restrictions being placed or being implemented by the government of the USA headed by Donald Trump. Over the past couple of days and months, Donald Trump has been placing restrictions on African countries, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Ghana inclusive. But as we speak, the government of Ghana said that if you guys don't take down these restrictions we've placed on our countries and our countrymen, we are going to reciprocate. Showing right now on your screen, it's an article coming from the cable where it states Ghana kicks against US visa restrictions, cites reciprocal imbalance. The article gave us a full clarity where it states the Ghanaian government has kicked against the USA decisions to impose non-immigrant visa restrictions on its nationals. On Thursday, the U.S. Department of State announced that Ghanaian applicants for business, tourism, and student visas will now receive single-entry visas valid for 3 months. Under the new rule, diplomatic categories are exempted, while K3 and K4 family-based visas will retain multiple entry validity for up to 24 months. However, in a statement dated on the 10th of July of 2025, Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the restrictions differ from what American nationals enjoy in the country. The ministry described the new policy as substantial variance from the reciprocal visa arrangements between both countries. The ministry acknowledged the legitimate concerns of Ghanaian travelers to the United States of America for professional, business, educational, touristic, medical, and family purposes, and expresses its firm solidarity with all those inconvenienced. The statement reads, so as you can clearly see, the government of Ghana have sent a clear and distinctive statement to the government of the USA, telling them that, see, these restrictions are too much. If you don't do something about it, your citizens enjoy express visa to our countries, and we can do the same for your citizens to balance the equation. This is a nice one coming from the government of Ghana, because Nigeria, over the past couple of months, have received restrictions from all parts of the world, from Benin, UAE, USA, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the government will just fold their hands and keep quiet. You have to place your own restrictions if other countries of the world do the same for your country. Yes, if they tell you that you can't come to your country, you ban their own citizens from coming to your country. That's the way it should work, and it's not so difficult. But the presidency so far has kept quiet. Restrictions are placed on your country people. You sit back there, and because you are on a diplomatic visa and passport, it doesn't concern you. It doesn't bother you at all. We need to sit up and place restrictions too on other countries of the world who tend to mess with Nigerian citizens. We're moving on swiftly. The current and the sitting governor of Anambra State has done something that will definitely shake the world. Yes, this guy has pulled up a magnificent construction project, which is looking good as it stands. Well, showing right now on your screen, it's a project executed by the governor of Anambra State. This is a 68-kilometer Oka Agulu to Uga Road dualization project that is currently ongoing and completed on the Anambra side. This is massive. Yes, as you can clearly see, these roads are now looking very good, extremely nice for all forms of transportation. But then we had to do some quick research to understand the scope of this project. We're showing right now on your screens every single thing you need to know and understand. This article reads, project scope and rationale. The route, the trunk, a federal highway links Oka, Anambra State capital, to Uga and extends into Imo State up to Akokwa, traversing by key towns in Agulu, Nanka, and Ikulobia. The length, dualization covers 34 kilometers. Anambra is responsible for 30 kilometers, while the federal government funds the remaining 4 kilometers into Imo State. Cost, budgeted at approximately 60 billion naira. Timeline expected to finish in 12 months from contractor mobilization. This is a massive one, and this project is looking very, very good as we speak. Kudos to every individual involved in this project in Anambra State. Kudos to Charles Soludo, and kudos to the contractors who carried out this project excellently. Anyways, before we take a look at our next update that we have for you in this video briefing, if you find our videos interesting, please do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you'll be notified whenever we have a new video just like this one. So subscribe and turn on post notifications. Thank you. Anyways, moving on swiftly, we received a surprising news and update coming from Garba Shehu regarding a lie he made up back in 2017 or thereabouts. Well, for better understanding, take a look at this article coming from the Vanguard newspaper, where it states, Villa Rat's invasion story used to deflect Buhari's illness. This statement is coming from Garba Shehu. So what is the context of this article? Well, take a look at this. Garba Shehu, the former special assistant on the media and publicity to ex-president Muhammadu Buhari, has admitted that the widely publicized story about rats invading the presidential villa in 2017 was a fabrication intended to divert public attention from concerns over Buhari's health. In his new book, according to the president, Lessons from a Presidential Spokesperson Experience, which was launched on Tuesday in Abuja, Shehu revealed that the story was a deliberate spin to shift focus from the mounting speculation about the president's medical condition and ability to govern. Well, showing right now on your screen is the article coming from 2017, August 23rd of 2017, where Garba Shehu, the former spokesperson of Buhari, lied to the whole federation. This is the article coming from that day and time. This man is coming up today to tell Nigerians that he lied to us back in 2017 about the incident where he claims that a rodent has invaded the Aso Rock premises. He used that as a statement to divert attentions away from Buhari's health. Wow, this is interesting. This is the lifestyle, this is the method of a regular Nigerian politician. They lie to the populace and come back years later, put that same lie in a book and sell it to Nigerians. Interesting days. Well, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at our last update. The reason why this video was made in the first place. Well, as we speak, sometime back, during the trial of Simon in the Pajahami District Court, the prosecuting lawyer asked him some questions that we did not record, questions that wasn't exposed in the court transcript. But today, being the 12th of July, we have these questions and we're going to showcase it to you and show you Simon's responses. Yes. So the prosecuting judge asked Simon to explain the reasons why he used his Twitter page to showcase gruesome videos and pictures coming from the southeastern region of Nigeria. Well, just in case you don't understand, the prosecuting lawyer was asking Simon to give him reasons why his Twitter page has been used as a means to showcase videos of unaliving of citizens from the southeast region of Nigeria. And the responses coming from Simon will definitely blow your mind. Well, take a look at this article showing right now on your screen and pay attention to the second paragraph. He was asked to give reasons why his Twitter page has become a tool to showcase unaliving by the Nigerian military. He states, "I started streaming and posting videos and pictures of this brutal unaliving on social media. I wanted to draw attention in the international community to what had happened to Biafrans. The idea of Biafran region becoming independent was born when I heard about the unaliving of these three women." The prosecutor asked why no one else in the government in exile, such as doctors or professors, shared photos or videos. Simon said, "If you want to publish this kind of material on YouTube, your account will be closed. The only possibility is X. But these people don't have an international audience like I do. I wouldn't say that I was taken advantage of. I believe that my actions have been a service to humanity." These are the statements coming from Simon when he was asked about his Twitter page and the pictures he often posts on there. He claimed that he was trying to publicize and bring the attention of the international world to the incidents and actions in the southeast region of Nigeria. After making that statement, the prosecuting lawyer did not ask any other follow-up questions. And that is where the whole questioning ended. Well, as you can see, Simon responded accurately. He gave reasons why he posts videos. He gave reasons why his Twitter page has now become a point for showcasing videos and pictures. Anyways, moving on swiftly, something is currently happening within the USB government that will definitely send a lot of shockwaves into the hearts and minds of many officers in Finland. As we speak, the USB government are planning on filing a lawsuit regarding the way and manner some USB citizens get treated by the Finnish police. Well, in a video released by 2 p.m. today, about 5 hours ago, we clearly showcased every single thing that you need to know and understand, and why Ngozi Araboise wants to really file a lawsuit in the ICJ to indict the government of Finland. Well, just in case you missed that video released by 2 p.m. of today, and just in case you want to watch it right now, we have that video showing right now on your screen. So click on this video to watch and understand. Click on this particular video and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.